Ladies and gentlemen, the Chiefs had a game rigged for them. The Chiefs fans cried so much in the beginning of the game that the refs had to really shift the game the other way. And you saw ever since the Chris Jones roughing the passer penalty on Derek Carr, you saw the Chiefs have tons of flags go their way. They had 8 flags compared to the 2 flags that the Raiders had in their favor that game. And really, the Raiders played a fantastic game. We are going to show the most rigged calls in the game. And this is the context of this is the Brady game where, that helped Brady beat the Falcons. And yes, the Raiders did get some penalties in their favor, but Chris Jones landed his full body weight on Derek Carr. That is roughing the passer. That is roughing the passer. No matter how you're going to spin it, that's exactly what happened. So the score in this game should have never been what it was. The Chiefs missed this field goal. It would have been 24-23 by the way the Raiders score after this drive. And it was a missed field goal, but in order to help out the backup kicker, in order to give him some help, the refs got to call the flag, which is exactly what they do. They call defensive holding on Malcolm Koonce in order to help the Chiefs out, which is absolutely ridiculous. McDaniels, who never complains about officiating, is absolutely furious in this situation, and it's complete BS. That is the moment when you knew they were going to rig the game in favor of the Kansas City Chiefs. And you see right here, they're calling defensive holding on Malcolm Koonce. Really, the lineman engages with him forward. You're not supposed to block a yard forward on this type of play, but that is what that lineman does. Malcolm Koonce is mainly reacting to it right here. Doesn't even really move or hold. He's just kind of reacting to this guy shoving him. They call it defensive holding. Absolutely ridiculous there. And that allowed the Chiefs to have 4 extra downs. That allowed them to get back on the field when they missed the field goal. They would have had 0 points on that drive. And that allowed them to get 30 points there. And then at the end, it gets worse. It gets worse in terms of the refs rigging it for the Chiefs. It gets even worse than that. And by the way, 3rd and 1, the Raiders make an amazing conversion right here on 3rd and 1. Davante Adams had both feet inbound, but they ruled him incomplete. Both feet were inbounds. Both feet, bam, right there. They ruled it incomplete. Okay, whatever. They ruled that incomplete. Okay, whatever. You let bygones be bygones. 4th and 1, leave it up to the next play. Let's see what happens. And by the way, they take a long time. When you take a long time to view it, that means you're getting a call from New York, right, about what's happening. The ruling on the field is also complete, meaning it takes a lot to sort of overturn that. You kind of got to go with the call on the field. And that is all the ref says. It is an incomplete pass. No, bro, you were supposed to give a reason as to why it's an incomplete pass. Did he not have possession while he was handling it? Did he not get 2 feet in bounds? You were supposed to give a reason why. From what I saw, he had possession and 2 feet in bounds. I don't know if the Chiefs defense got the memo from the NFL that they were going to be allowed to just everybody PI on this play and it was going to be fine. Because here you see on Adams, on Renfro up here, it's going to be a play action pass play on 4th and 1. They just let the Chiefs defense just tackle the Raiders receivers. I mean, that's all that happens here. Raiders make some adjustments and you're going to see all of our receivers fall to the ground. They blitz here, boom, Adams. And then on the replay, you can actually see it. Carr is also hit pretty harshly, and both we have 2 receivers on the ground on this play. They're not even and there's no flags. Obviously, we have absolutely no opportunity. Carr's looking for the flag. No opportunity to throw the football. Pass interference. What is pass interference? Oh, you're interfering with their ability to catch the football because these defenders push them into each other, and you're going to see this very clearly on the replay. I mean, it's really not surprising. I don't know why the announcers act like it's such a mystery as to what has happened right there. These defenders, that defender right there, you see, he pushes Davante into Renfro. Let me back up a little bit just again, because I know some of you people who, I don't know if you're I don't know what you are. Maybe you're going to disagree with what I'm saying. Who knows? Check this out right here. This defender who has proven he cannot defend Davante Adams all game. Push Davante into Renfro. Boom. Right there. And then they knock right into each other. No opportunity. No opportunity at all to catch the football. Some people are saying, oh, maybe we should have run the football. I think the Chiefs are kind of expecting that. I think it was a good play call, actually. How are you supposed to have an opportunity? Boom. Shoving them into each other. How are you supposed to have an opportunity to win this game? And Davante Adams is upset with the situation. and the Chiefs get an easy dub. There was the 3 things that happened towards the end of the game, and not only that, but there were tons of penalties. There was, tons of calls against the Raiders for the whole entire second half, and the Raiders played a good game, and the Raiders were ahead in this game, and it felt like the refs had to step in to really try to help out the Chiefs in the second half. The refs had to intervene, and there are 3 critical plays, and really what really matters in terms of the treatment from the ref is the final quarter of the game. The final quarter of the game, the Chiefs having their drive extended, missing the field goal, would have had 0 points on their drive, but instead they're able to pick up 6. They would have had 0, and they would have been losing to the Raiders, but defensive holding on Malcolm Koonce there. And then you have the Davante Adams pass, not 2 feet in bounds. That's what they're claiming when we see the replay, and the refs gave no explanation as to why 2 feet are not in bounds. They didn't even say that. We don't know. We don't know why that was not a completed pass. Davante Adams looks shocked. We don't know if he didn't have possession. We don't know if he didn't have 2 feet in bounds. There's been no explanation thus far. And then on top of that, you have the final play of the game where, they pretty much just tackle. Our wide receivers, and they have absolutely no shot to even receive a pass. It's clear as day pass interference to me. Look, I've been the guy where I want to criticize McDaniels. I'm sympathetic to Gruden. I've been kind of distant to Josh McDaniels because of the legacy of the Patriots. I'm kind of hostile to anybody who comes from the Patriots, but I will say Josh McDaniels called a great game today in this game. I thought he had some great play calls. I thought Carr played well. I thought, maybe you saw a miscue here and there from an offensive lineman, but all in all, pretty decent. Couple drops by Mac Hollins, which were critical. But what I find really odd is we had, numerous PI penalties in the first quarter, in the second quarter of the game. Davante Adams lined up against the rookie cornerback. When Davante Adams is one-on-one with a rookie cornerback, there's going to be some PI in there because you can't cover Davante Adams if you're a rookie cornerback, but that all went away. We didn't get any calls in the second half of the game, probably because the refs had no intentions. I highly doubt Watson, the rookie of the Chiefs, a 6th-round pick, was able to just lock down Davante Adams. So it's disappointing. Context of this is the Brady roughing the passer call against the Falcons. The refs decided in the second half who was going to win this game, and it was clear as day. And it was so funny because when Derek Carr gets that penalty, the roughing the passer call by Chris Jones, which was roughing the passer. You cannot put your body weight on the quarterback like that. Exactly, complete opposite of what happened with Brady. Brady was gently tossed to the ground, full body weight on Derek Carr because it's on Derek Carr, because it's a roughing the passer call in Derek Carr's favor. Then the referees are suddenly, and the media, Pro Football Talk, Mike Florio, are suddenly like, oh wow, they're helping out the Raiders. Well, clearly Roger Goodell or somebody stepped in and helped out the Chiefs in that second half. Maybe because the Chiefs fans are throwing such a bitch fit for not getting everything their way. You saw the Chiefs fans, about to have a heart attack because they had one roughing the passer call go against them. Complete BS. And I really feel sorry for everybody who puts their money on the line, for these games, everybody who showed up to the game expecting a fair game. And really, I don't know how you spin this if you're a Chiefs fans. The refs helped you out at the very end, but I don't blame the Raiders, to be honest. I think they played a great game. I thought Derek Carr did well. I thought Josh McDaniels called a great game. Like I said, there's a couple people who had some miscues. Josh Jacobs, an amazing game, just ran his heart out. They take it all away from us in the end. And it makes you wonder, how long are people going to support watching the NFL, especially now that gambling is becoming so involved and you have more people putting down their livelihood for this game? You'd expect some integrity. So I have been tough on McDaniels. I had said fired McDaniels before. I'd been upset, but I really do think the Raiders had a great game today, and I'm not going to blame any players or coaches. I thought Patrick Graham called a great game. Patrick Graham forced the Chiefs to a field goal in their final drive, and they missed it. Patrick Graham did a great job at the end of the game. I think the refs just took it away. And no Darren Waller for the majority of the game. Raiders still pulled it off. And this was an intense game too. You saw Crosby getting in the face of Mahomes, but Mahomes had the zebras on his back, so it really helped him out. Right.
And then a stupid bullshit non-holding call allowed them to get back on the field and then right there in the red zone and score again. My God, how do you give a team that kind of a chance unless it's just like I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen that before. A holding call on a field goal attempt. I'm trying to. I mean, maybe Josh. What's his face? The hater beat reporter. What's his name? Why am I?
Oh, Debo. He always thinks everything's wrong. Yeah.
Maybe because he's the stats guy. Maybe he could come up with some kind of a stat about the year that happened, and whatever. I don't know, something in this crucial of a moment in the game. But no, to me, they should have had 29 points. This is the thing when you have calls like that and really crucial moments that don't just extend plays. They get Mahomes, they get him back on the field right in front of the red zone and give him a bunch of fresh set of downs to try and score again. You're pretty much guaranteeing him a touchdown after they shit the bed and they couldn't score.
Exactly.
And after their shitty stand-in kicker can't kick.
And they couldn't make the plays in the red zone to score.
When you can't do it, if you can't do it, then you can't do it. And the better team should win. And our team had issues also, but I thought they played a hell of a game. And I think it's depressing. It's depressing when you see like the Brady Falcons game. The Falcons are coming back. They're under by 6 points. They're ready to score again. They just did a 2-point conversion. They had no problem getting it done. And then they don't even get a shot, even though there's 3 minutes left on the clock. They don't even get a shot because of some bullshit 2-3 fake stupid calls in a row. It's just upsetting. It makes you feel like, why do I even watch football? And then people can go, oh, yeah, it's not rigged. No, Carr sucks. Carr sucks. What are people saying in the chat? Carr sucks. McDaniel sucks. I suck.
I just don't know what game. I just don't know what game
everything.
you watch.
Yeah.
And I don't know why people keep saying, "Oh, the Chiefs got 3 touchdowns in a row." No, they literally were stopped short. They literally were going to have 0 points on their final real drive, not the kneeling drive.
Yeah.
They were at 0 points on the second to last drive.
They got held to a field goal, and then they missed the field goal again. And then they got to go back out in the field at the fucking 20-yard line and score a fresh set of downs? How do you not score at that point? How do you lose at that point?
And I'm going to be honest, guys. You guys should check out some of my work that I've done on this channel with Brian Toohey.
Is this just because of
I have a 2-part series.
Gambling becoming legalized or something?
I have a 2-part series at Brian Toohey with The Fix Is In WiFiWillie. Search it on YouTube. Watch both of those long talks about rigging in the NFL. And
just way too much money on the line.
Tedford, you're right. We could beat all these people, but what's the script? What's the script of the NFL? Do they want the Raiders to make some progress? Will there be there could be a rematch. We play the Chiefs at the very end of the year, the last game. There could be something where we have a competitive matchup and we stack up some wins because we only have 4 losses. I did not even talk about how much Crosby was being held this entire game. Like, it was absolutely ridiculous at a certain point.
Go back. Watch the first half of the game. Watch after the roughing the pass. And then all of the media releases articles all together, perfectly synchronized.
Oh, they're rigging it for the Raiders.
This questionable roughing the passer call is rigging it for the Raiders. They all said that. So all of you who go, oh, rigging doesn't exist, you're just like idiots blaming it. They all blamed it. All these people making how much money a year and they're representing the league. They're the public relations arm of the league. They all believe in rigging, apparently.
Yeah, because that's
so why don't you?
They all believe in it. All the articles came out.